is there's several problems. One of them is you sit down and you have your computer, I assume, and you have maybe a couple of papers and you have the internet and you need to write something. And you are still, when you sit down, you are still thinking about everything that you left in the kitchen and in the living room, and where's my phone, and do I have everything? And your brain has not even slowed down to the level of go, focus. So there will be a few minutes that you need to focus. There are techniques to do that. So, for instance, I can give you mine. I need a specific, either 1 or 2 pens, and I need to have those pens near me. So one of them is this pen. This pen makes me not immediately, but almost immediately think, okay, I need to write. So this is a technique that is very useful, which you associate objects to certain tasks, and the brain recognizes that. So if in your daily routine of writing, which is the most difficult thing that we do, is to read and write. Read and understand and interpret and take notes and all that. That's the most difficult because you need to isolate yourself from everything else. So there's a previous technique for isolating, which is do not have a computer. I will go that into more detail when we get there, but I will say don't get your phone on, do not have any notifications, all that sounds. Usually I use some headphones with some concentrating music, like music for studying, with just no words and just very calm, that's soothing, so that I start to feel the rhythm to low, the energy lows a bit. And so now I'm ready to start a different kind of activity. Now, you can think that, well, if I'm sitting in the computer and I write for 3 hours, that is done, and I've been very productive. Well, what it happens is your brain reaches a certain level of saturation. And you need a break. You need a small break. And those small breaks are very good, because what happens is that you concentrate. Once you reach concentration, usually you reach concentration 10 to 15 minutes after you sit down. Okay, so it takes a while. And when you reach full concentration, your brain will take maybe more 20 minutes. Well, it depends on the brains. I've seen that on the whole, my slice of concentration is 45 minutes. But Pomodoro, this technique, allows you to adapt to whichever interval you want. So you can start with 25 minutes. And I'll show there's a clock actually that you can activate. And if after 25 minutes you say, well, I can just give a bit more 10 minutes, well, then do it. And then a break of 5 minutes. And that break is not for you to check your phone or anything like that. It should be a break for you to get up from your desk and go outside and breathe a little bit of pure air, have some water, exactly, go to your bathroom, do something that is a bit different, more physical. But while you're doing that, your brain is thinking about what you've written, but you unconsciously. Sometimes you solve problems that way. So if you have a problem, your brain still is still on wah, but you don't listen to that wah. You don't know because you're drinking and you don't know it. Then after those 5 minutes, you sit down and you start again. And you start again, and you do 3 of these sessions. So a first one, a second one, a third one, a fourth one. And then on the fourth one, you do 15 minutes break. So it's a large break. And this large break, you do whatever you want to. Maybe you really need the carrot instead of the stick, so you need to check your phone or something like that. But I would say that the minimum screen time, because that's not what your brain now needs. And you can do 1 or 2 or 3 of these Pomodoro cycles in one morning. And you will see, in the end, it's difficult because I do this with my students. So Joshua, you will see that when we are doing the TPs, the practicals in evolution, I actually ask them to stop. And sometimes students don't want to stop because they are in the middle of something. Well, good. If you're in the middle of something, when you sit down, you know exactly where to go. Interrupting is when you are in the middle of something. It's not when you are stuck. Sometimes when you are stuck, you really need to interrupt, but it's not for the good reasons. You see. So this is a technique that you can do it right now. So let me see if I can find here the Pomodoro timer. The Pomodoro timer online should be this one. Yes. So you can use this one, for instance. That's it. And if you don't want this 25 minutes, you just go to settings and you change the 25 minutes. You can put it also on. You can put it on your computer, but you can also use it on your mobile phone.